Circuit.com and the director of the Portland Comedy Film Festival. We have an event coming up on the 12th of February, Portland Comedy Film Festival Winter 2023. It will be our first event in Oregon in 2023. We have, as a company, we have 32 events planned for the year. We just wrapped up in San Antonio last week with the Texas Short Film Festival. And here we are looking forward to the Portland Comedy Film Festival. And I'm joined by writer and actor Anne Kraft from Berlin, Germany. Thank you, Anne.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for having me. Hello. Good to be here.
Well, it's exciting to have you here, and hopefully we can get you in the US for one of your screenings, because the judges here really enjoyed your film. You've got an award nomination for Best Acting Performance in Portland, and the Houston Comedy Film Festival also selected you. So hopefully we'll be hearing about those award nominations pretty soon. And you're just being embraced by so many different audiences here. Congrats.
Thank you. Makes me so happy. Thank you so much. Thank you, judges, too.
You're very welcome. You earned it for sure. Can you tell us in your own words, what is this film about? What is No Kidding about?
So it's basically about a woman played by me for some reason. I don't know. The writer said so. And the producer. It's a woman in her, but it's not me, you know. She's called Johanna, and she's in her late 30s, and all of a sudden she needs to make a decision. As I say, like she's a woman in her late 30s who has to fight with her own expiration date as a woman. Like she gets to make the decision if she wants to freeze her eggs. You know, that sounds strange. And then she's an artist, you know, she's very la. And she's like, what? Freezing my eggs? What is that? Okay. And then it gets this whole subject. Children, should you have children or not? Or is it life better with children or not? And what is happiness? What is the model of the world? And this sounds strange, but it's supposed to be funny. And it has some serious moments and some funny moments, I would say.
It's definitely funny. You were able in comedy. It's a difficult thing to capture an awkward moment, but you did pretty good at these awkward moments, I have to admit. The next question I'm going to ask is why did you decide to write this film? And if it's okay, if it's not too distracting, I'm going to show a couple of pictures while you're talking.
Of course.
But please tell us why did you decide to write this film?
You know, I was thinking, like, there are so many movies about women having kids or women wanting to have kids, but like this whole subject of freezing the eggs is such a strange subject. And I know lots of friends who dealt with that subject. So I thought that's a good, you know, nobody talks about that. Let's talk about that. And my wish was to tell that story in an authentic way with some humor in it, that, you know, that is a light version of it.
All right. It sounds like science fiction, to be honest. I know it's done, but it definitely sounds like sci-fi. Pretty amazing stuff. And I don't think I've ever had a film specifically about this subject. So good job there.
Yeah, that's why I thought somebody has to do it, you know.
The process of writing this film, and you know, you're behind the camera, you're in front of the camera. As a writer, you have an expectation for how the film is going to look, and then here you are as an actor trying to do both. You're trying to, you know, it's like you're split between two roles.
Totally. Yeah.
What did you learn from this process of making this film?
I learned a lot, I can say that. And when I wrote it at the first lockdown. So, you know, I had some time all of a sudden. Before that, I was a stand-up comedian for 12 years. So all of a sudden, you know, I couldn't perform anymore because there was the lockdown. So I thought, let's do something. And so that's how it all came, that I started writing that. And the whole process was, you know, I was just like, it was like the carrot on the stick. Like, I thought, I want to make this movie. And I gathered all my friends together. I have lots of friends who are in the movie business. So I was like, and everybody had time all of a sudden, you know. because so we try to make it as simple as possible so that it's doable. And and then the whole production process, the filming was strange in a way. I was like, is this going on? Is this working? Is this working? Okay, you come over here. And then the director was, Annie, you need to go in front of the camera. Sure, just a second, just a second. And then I watched him and action. And I was like, oh. So that was weird. I had like a split personality.
Yeah.
And but the director is like he's an amazing director. He's very well known in Germany, and he's an old friend of mine, and he has always been a fan of my stand-up comedy. And he always said, whenever you do something, please let me know. I want to support you in any way. And he did, and he was so amazing. And he put he kind of knew the kind of style of story I wanted to tell, and he totally did it so beautifully with all of his heart. And like it was a production with a lot of heart, I would say.
All right. It looks like you learned a lot. I was guessing. I didn't know how much of a split it was, but man, it's difficult. But I'm glad you got through it. It sounds like you learned a lot, and that brings me to my.
Also, what I wanted
go
to
ahead.
learn, I wanted to say that if any filmmaker is watching this, like never give up. Of course, there were a million things which didn't work out, and like 10 minutes before we lost a sound person and something because something happened, but it all works out in the end. I wanted just like never give up, always continue in some way. And like that's the biggest thing I learned. I think like shit happens all the time, but just continue somehow. And so that's a good lesson. Shit happens always.
Overcoming obstacles, that's how
Yes.
you learn. And that's why people do the short film process, is to learn before you go on to, doing feature films and things like that. This is your experience to learn this process from front to back. And that brings me to my last question is how, what do you have planned for the future? Like what's next for you?
Well, somebody had the idea to do a series out of it. And now I'm writing on a outline for the first season and on 2 more scripts. So knock on wood, I have some wood here. So that would be beautiful to do a whole No Kidding series.
That sounds amazing. Well, we want to see that. We want to see your series. This looks like a lot of fun. Thank you for bringing us such good content from Germany. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we go?
Oh, I just wanted to say thank you again also to the judges. I'm so happy they liked it. And thank you to you too. I feel like this is a beautiful circle around, and I'm very happy to be in it. So thank you, or as we say in German, Dankeschön.
Dankeschön. Appreciate it. Well, have a good day. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you. You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye.